Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. Now then, I'm on the holidays this week, but I am sat in a Porsche 911 992 Carrera 4S Cabriolet, thanks to my good friends at Porsche GB. And we're actually staying on the Farncombe estate in the Cotswolds at a beautiful venue called Fox Hill Manor. And I am making a video this week. Basically, the premise of the video is just how easy is it to live with a 911 when you want to go away for a weekend with luggage. You might well guess the fact that we've even brought the dogs with us, so video coming to the channel very, very soon. But I wanted to take time out just to film my Midweek 180. If you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I've got 180 seconds in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and that's it. A very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, it's being rubbish. Started my timer. Come on, start. Yay! So leader of the pack last week was Kevy427, joined in the famous five by Ben Higginson, Andreas, Christostomu, Harry Archer and Peter R. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week. First 5 comments, you'll be my famous 5. Now, where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Jeff Abbott, who was on holiday in Skiathos, but catching up on the Midweek 180. I like your style, sir. Wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Now, last week's question was, have you done anything recently for the first time? And there were some brilliant ones in there, but I really loved Guy Lambrechts, who basically his wife had bought him a Vespa. He'd wanted one for years and years and years to kind of, I don't know, hark back to a earlier time in his life, and he's got one now and he's out there riding it all the time, and I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. This week's question, bearing in mind today it is 32 degrees Celsius, and when I picked this car up from Porsche in Reading earlier on in the week, it was actually 36. So I want to see any UK-based guys, what the hottest temperature you've seen over the last couple of days during this little heat wave. And if you're outside of the UK, go on, hit me with it. What's the highest temperature you've seen this week? I'd love to see what kind of temperatures we've got, because honestly, we're not dealing well with the heat. Honestly. F1 from Silverstone, the 70th Anniversary Grand Prix. Not only did they steal my logo, I don't know if you saw that, I was not impressed with that. Brilliant win by Max, great bit of strategy. Amazing the difference in 2 races just based on softer compound rubber and different tyre pressures. Totally transformed the race, made it actually relatively interesting. And I must say, I was a bit gutted for Nico Hülkenberg. You know, he brilliant qualifying, but it was fascinating. He's only been out for what, a year? Yet his neck muscles were struggling. I just found that was really, really interesting. Now you will have seen DBX first drives dropping on YouTube this week. I am in discussions. I will be getting a DBX within the next couple of weeks, hopefully. So DBX video coming to Petrol Ped very, very soon. And I want to catch up on the the Defender video that I wasn't able to do earlier on a couple of months ago. That's hopefully coming too. And then no new car this week. I wanted to know, did you see this Audi advert for the RS4? And then they had to pull it down because people saw that picture and either thought it was sexually exploitative, really, or dangerous. Absolutely ridiculous. It just absolutely made me infuriated. That the world we live in, I just wanted to have a good old rant. The world we live in is ridiculous. Anybody can see that picture and think anything other than, well, there's a cool little girl stood in front of her dad's RS4. Anyway, let's not rant. Vintage Voltage this week, we've only got 3 episodes left, and actually Discovery have decided that they're going to air exclusively this week's episode, which is a Lancia Fulvia, on their catch-up service DPlay, because they're wanting to kind of publicise DPlay, and Vintage Voltage is doing so well, they're choosing certain shows to try and drive people to go and have a look at DPlay, so you'll need to find it on DPlay rather than on Quest. Oh! I'm not doing very well with my timing this week, but you know what? I'm so short of time and I'm sweating like a good one. I'm just going to carry on. So yeah, head over to DPlay if you want to watch Vintage Voltage. Lancia Fulvia was a lovely little car, actually. And then this Friday at 6 PM on my channel on Petrol Ped, it is a 400 horsepower R56 Cooper S Mini. Yes, Lowen's ultimate development car called Chili. I drove it when I was up there getting my new wheels and tyres, and honestly, absolutely ridiculous thing. The fastest Mini I've ever driven. It was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal thing. So you need to tune in on Friday at 6 for that. But at that, look at me, I'm absolutely drenched. So I'm going to go and find myself a nice cold drink, and I'll see you on the next film, guys, which is this Friday at 6 PM. for a 400 horsepower Mini. I mean, what's not to like about that? But I'm going to turn the car on. I have to say, this car is very, very nice. Video on this with Mrs. Petrol and the pups coming soon. I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe.